Well, hello, and here today on the Rusty Glove Box, what we're going to do is work on the Studebaker Champ a little bit more. Always got a little to do with the Champ here. So anyway, let me give you an update on what's going on.
Well, what I'm going to show you is how you go from a drum brake on a 64 Studebaker Champ pickup to the disc brake setup. And this is the Turner brake setup. And I tell you what, you couldn't ask for anything to fit any better than that did. And I did a hard turn to the left, hard turn to the right, no interference with any of the parts. Be sure and use the blue Loctite and follow the torque instructions like they say. And man, you just shouldn't have any problems. This goes on so easy. And I'll just show you a few things on what I did on installing the kit. All right, so the next thing was to get all the brake hardware off and get to the backing plate. And these 3 bolts on this side and 3 bolts on the other side, we're going to zip those off, and then we're going to do a bunch of general cleaning to make sure all our new mating surfaces are nice and clean and won't cause any interference. All right, I got the backing plate off, and I just kind of set it up there on the frame because I'm not really ready to disconnect the line yet. But anyway, you can see that's pretty dirty around in there. I've got a wire brush on a hand 4.5-inch grinder, and I'm gonna let that thing whirl around and get everything nice and clean. Yes, you can expect to get quite a bit of stuff off there, and a bunch of this looked like road tar or something like that. But anyway, with a little persistent use of the wire wheel, it came off pretty good. Okay, I've been sanding on the spindle here and getting this surface ready to receive the new seal wiper ring and spacer for the spindle. And here I heated up that new wiper ring and brought it over here with a pair of channel locks and slipped it over on that new shoulder. And what it does, by heating it up with that torch, it swells it just enough to where it'll slide over that sealing surface and create a new spacer and sealing surface for your new seal. Okay, we got our caliper bracket on, and you can see how these little spacers, how they're made to fit in the recess. Let me back up just a little. And there was where a washer fit in there, here, and up here. And that fits in there. And so that's a nice little bit of engineering. They figured that out for you. And all in all, I'm really impressed with this kit so far. Everything just goes together like a snap. Well, we got the rotor on there and adjusted the bearing up just like you would any other front wheel bearing. And all this is looking good. So now I'm gonna get ready to put the dust cap on. Okay, we've got everything installed. Doing a little test spin. Everything looks good. This bolt torques to 55 foot-pounds. There's 2 of them, and these little 3/8 bolts, they're 36 to 38 foot-pounds. Use blue Loctite on these, and you can use red Loctite or blue Loctite on those. But you only have 2 of these bolts, so you need to make sure that they are torqued properly. This is a Cadillac brake rotor, and I believe this is a Jeep. It's a Chrysler product, brake caliper. So, you know, we kind of got a mixture of stuff here, but everything goes together really smooth. Well, here after we got everything installed and got the wheel on there for a test to make sure the caliper's not dragging the rim, looks like everything's working great. This is a Chevy style wheel, aftermarket wheel, and they say if you use the Studebaker wheel, you could have a problem sometimes. But anyway, there's definitely no interference right here. Okay, well, this is a shot of the master cylinder and booster, the way it's going to fit in there. And we've got enough clearance to get everything done that we need to do. I think we can get that valve cover off if we need to adjust the tappets and all that. I can get my filler plug off if I need to. And I can even get it back on. So anyway, I think it's gonna be pretty good. I made this bracket, so anything good or anything bad, it's all on me. Well, thanks today for coming by the shop and let's working on the brakes and converting them over to discs. And I think it's really gonna work out well. It went pretty easy. The Turner brake system is pretty simple to put on, folks. So anyway, I highly recommend them if you have a Studebaker that you're gonna change over. This is Rusty Glove Box. Thanks for watching, and I'm out of here.